to see the city, pretty much. So, you know, the
Woo! Oh, it looks like we're getting. We'll come back to this.
We'll come back to
the story later in the next intermission. Right now, we've got a game to watch. That's my Goats versus Flash Floods. Clam Blitz. Okay. My voice cracked. I'm sorry.
You're so good. We have Clamblitz on Barnacle. Obviously, my team played this earlier, but we see Eevee actually bringing out that new Carbon Roller. Has that Fizzy Bomb and Super Chomp.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
It's interesting because I know a pretty good Carbon player that has thoughts on the weapon, as in good thoughts, as in it is a less selfish, it's a different kit. It plays a lot differently than the vanilla kit that most people tend to use with the Splat Bomb and Zuka. Mm-hmm. It is less selfish. It can paint itself up. It can get in. It can get out if it needs to. So it allows the team to be able to do things more independently. It's not a Carbon Roller team, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it is, but, like, you know what I mean. It's not the Carbon Roller.
Yeah, but we see here the Flash Flood getting that early push in onto that plat. Actually unable, the Goose trying to make that ball, unable to make it. Goose jumping out with that cooler. I think they're trying to get that ball set up. That Tri-Strike's coming out from Reiki. Trying to push this top left. That's 2 down on the side of That's My Ghost. And this is going to be a score for Flash Flood, Riley.
Oh, wow. Yes, we are seeing that, yeah, Flash Flood is able to get that early advantage and all the way down to 65 right now, hoping to see a little bit more. Unable to hold their ground, though, as That's My Goat is able to take that top left bats back from Flash Flood, forcing Reiki to retreat. As they go down, get a little staggered, trying to just preserve that life and be able to act as a good fallback place for their teammates.
Yeah, but score to 50 is very strong on this map, considering that it's pretty hard to score unless you break through that choke point. But we do see 1 down from each side. Goose trying to push up here with their 10 Umbrella, trying to hold that space, gets Ollie. Brand looking at him, but they have to back up for Reiki and Eevee here.
Yes, it looks like that while they are having to back up, while That's My Goat is more split, it allowed for Flash Flood to rally together, hold a strong front, and get another score in. Unfortunately, it looks like they were then pushed back a little bit to try and regroup, and That's My Goat is now able to return to neutral and try and battle it out for that mid space.
Yeah, not a lot of score off of that second open for them, but we see Goose here again with that 10 Umbrella. I think on the side of That's My Goats, not sure if they were pushing through, but we see here that's 2 down on the side of That's My Goats. It might be another clam open for Flash Flood. It is here, and what do you think we're going to see from this push, Riley?
I'm really hoping potentially a wipeout or a knockout. I'm not quite sure if they'll be able to achieve it yet. We have some life preserved from those players that jumped out, and it looks like they are just trying to drive the attention away, Goose is, and is able to actually kill Barry in the back and get a nice distraction to try and keep that push alive.
Yeah, for sure. Goose being that rat or the thorn on the side of That's My Goats, just drawing so much attention here. I think they've been there for a good 30 seconds, and I think Eevee got to jump into Goose as well, pretty much flipping the map for them, and that's, again, another 2 down on the side of That's My Goats, but not a lot of clams yet from Flash Flood. They do get that ball, but they still need a couple for that knockout.
Yes, and if they're able to hold their ground, if Eevee's able to maintain that position beneath the basket, I think they would be able to help maintain that and just keep the stagger going. Unable to do so, having to back out, and we are seeing That's My Goat try and rally once more, looking to see if they can get in. They tend to, it seems to me, they don't have a lot of very good specials to get out of those hold positions, those backed up positions.
Yeah, the main special that they've been relying on to really push back in is that Crab Tank coming out from Brand. As we see that Crab Tank, it gets expired. Barry with that splashdown gets picked off by Reiki. A huge bloodbath in mid here, but that's 2 down on the side of That's My Goats.
Yes, well, at the same time, 1 down at least on the side of Flash Flood, but they are back in quickly with the power of that cooler. And we are seeing right now a bubble trying to stop the push going in, unable to do so, as we are opening the basket one more time and ending the game.
Yeah, that's a KO from Flash Flood, and we kind of see a pattern in this game where, you know, That's My Goats had a pretty strong initial opening at the beginning. They got a couple picks, but Flash Flood just doing a really good job. First of all, recuperating, make sure that they got back in like a full team to push back in, and then just never let go of that space that they were holding. We pretty much for the whole game after that first minute, they were always on the side of That's My Goat's plat. I think that's what people call it. Okay.
I can't do it.
But anyways, so when we're
Never
getting
mind.
into we can story time later.
We'll tell this story eventually.
We'll get to it eventually. But we're getting into this game. Tower control Hagglefish. Again, tower, someone always has to be on that tower to make that tower move forward. And is that a Machine Neo from Barry?
A Machine Neo. Haven't seen that much ever. I was gonna say in a little bit, but much. And it's very interesting. I see the vision here. They've got a more aggressive special. They've got point sensors to try and keep track of that carbon more. And in addition, with the comp they have, I'm actually not quite sure if they have a lot of paint, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 down on the side of Flash Flood, and I think that's going to be That's My Goat's chance to push in forward here. But, you know, we can see Flash Flood back in action with that tactic cooler they had earlier. We see Reiki on that fight with Ollie. Ollie gets a pick.
Yo. All right. It looks like, yeah, just amazing picks. It looks like both teams down two, able to still keep up more of a neutral position, trying to just feel each other out with these comp changes. And I do like the range that That's My Goat has gravitated towards as well. Just being able to try and fight these weapons that more so want to be in close quarters positions from that range. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But we see 2 down on both sides. That's going to be Flash Flood activating both their Trizukas. One goes down. It's another special out for the Tri-Strikes on Reiki. They're going to try to push up this ramp area, but not a lot of forward momentum just yet. Candy on that tower, but Goose and Eevee just sharking out this ramp, trying to see if they can catch anyone off guard.
And they do, and that is 1 down on the side of That's My Goat with a well-placed shark by Eevee or Candy. And yeah, again, just still able to hold these positions up on the right bats. And That's My Goat seeming to just have a lot of difficulty in getting them out and rooting everyone out of there.
Yeah, again, Goose being that thorn and That's My Goat's base, just doing such a good job, taking so much attention, getting a pick off of that, getting that jump in for Eevee, actually, and that's going to be more points down for the side of Flash Flood.
And we can see Eevee here in the corner just able to sneak in. Reiki able to try and give some backup pressure, trying to put ink down for their friend and get more jumps in. Currently just knowing when to back up right here now, whereas more specials are now coming out, and That's My Goat able to score a great Zuka strike, followed by Bran on their way to try and continue rooting out from the skies above. And we are back in neutral and hopefully trying to turn those tables with another strong push.
Yeah, for sure. That counter push coming out from That's My Ghost. They have that Trizuka. They use that Tactic Cooler, but Eevee trying to get a pick here. Gets one, tries to get a second one, unable to. That's going to be an assist off of that from Goose. That's 3 down on the side of That's My Goats, and this is going to be that just good defense on the side of Flash Flood here.
Yes, Flash Flood now able to, again, take that space back so quickly. Unfortunately, Eevee cannot hide with the with the cooler on them this time. Not even the point sensor to foil them then. Barry shooting off a really powerful Inkzuka, able to catch one, and it looks like being able to divide attention has gone into the favor of That's My Goat. Unfortunately, they lose their battles, and it looks like Flash Flood is able to return it to neutral, but both teams still in a down position as they try to find more stable ground, try to get those specials, try to be able to make the trades that they need to do.
Yeah, for sure. And we can kind of see here, from Flash Flood's perspective, they're just trying to keep the aggression up. As we can see, not a lot of their weapons have that much range. So the more aggression they have, the stronger positions they can hold here, like what Reiki's doing right now. They have that Tri-Strikes ready. Wow, Tri-Strikes ready, just trying to get a hold for their team before they really activate that.
All right, Reiki's able to grab one, and with a huge pick over on the glass on the tent. To be able to clear that space in a little bit better for their teammates to rush in to the plat, and we are seeing again just a lot of attempts at distraction, a lot of attempts at moving in as we near checkpoint 3 for Flash Flood.
Yeah, for sure. Checkpoint 3, that's 3 down on the side of Reiki, side of Reiki. Side of Flash Flood. Reiki, the last player alive, they get taken out. That's a delayed wipe. But Flash Flood having that Tactic Cooler, they're back fast into mid already. We see Goose with that 10 Umbrella Shield.
Yes, another big difference on this team is their tactical players. You have one that is the classic and zapped paint spam that they are fighting for that cooler, and with the new rapid weapon, the new rapid blaster, which isn't going to get them as often. So you're seeing Flash Flood playing, it's almost as if within the coolers we were watching a cooler comp playing against a non-cooler comp.
Yeah.
To a little less extent, a less drastic extent. Just
Yeah.
because one team is getting them is going to be back more often, and just you can't meet that same level of pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Flash Flood always having that Tactic Cooler when they engage in those fights. So whenever they do go down, they are not really punished that much because they do respawn faster, or they can use that super jump to jump back into a better position. So, you know, that part of the reason why that Tactic Cooler is so strong.
Meaning you have to be more of a jack of all trades. You got to hope you're ready just as you go into this match. Switching around?
Yeah. You know, I think it's going to be interesting. Will Barry bring out that blob again, as we've seen earlier? Oh, actually, as I say it, Barry definitely bringing out a new weapon. That's going to be that Sniper Rider 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, 5B.
5B,
Yes.
the red one.
The red pencil.
Red
and
pen.
And then Ollie with that Reef Slider, the Reflux. There we go.
Is that the Reef Slider Reflex?
Yes, that is the Reef.
The Reef.
Yes, the Reef. But we do see a pretty aggressive opening on the side of Flash Flood. You know, I didn't look at it right away, but we do see Goose on that cream tent with the Toxic Mist and Super Chumps.
Ooh,
I know
wow.
some people who have quite a lot of thoughts on that special.
Oh yeah, I think I like the choice actually for this team specifically, for this comp specifically, because they're able to get by relying on their ability to get picks, and having those super chumps allows for a lot of quick paint to go down to let that roller engage, and also a lot of potential, you know, decoy jumps to distract the players who think, oh, maybe the roller's about to come in.
Yeah, for sure. We see Goose here, again, being that Thorn in That's My Goat's base. They do manage to clear them pretty early here. The slider coming out from Ollie, trying to get that cap, but unable to, gets punished, and that's going to be one down for the side of That's My Goats.
Yeah, those strikes doing an excellent job of splitting the team, acting as a nice little temporary shield at the perfect time to prevent any follow-up for that Reef Slider. And we're going to see now how that pays off with Ollie going down, almost called him Oily, going down, getting, die.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, we see here Eevee trying to hold that corner, uses that super chumps while they drop. I think pretty much just using those decoys, as they are called, to make That's My Ghost more wary about how they push back in. I see Goose popping their second chomps, Reiki getting that pick, gets a second. Can they get the third? Gets an assist off of that, and that's the wipeout.
Yes, it looks like we are going to see if That's My Goat has one more chance to try and break out of this. It's not a very long chance. They've got to make something happen right now. Unfortunately, with the Toxic Mist in the way, with the strikes now here to ensure zone stays capped, they lose control, but unfortunately are unable to stop it and cap in time, and game goes decisively to Flash Flood.
Yeah, Flash Flood taking advantage of that opportunity that they had. They already had so many points down the counter. They didn't really need to wait that long to really get that KO at the end.
Yes, both teams shaking hands, fist bumps, GGs all around. These teams, you know, there's a lot of mutual respect for each other, and it's really awesome getting to see these players who, again, sometimes at the same level of play, sometimes vastly different, you know, still be able to have fun and tell each other good job.
Yeah.